Actually, Sam, this looks like your art.
Yeah.
Oh my, there's like, cause Sam, you never draw fucking backgrounds, and that bothers me.
Hello and welcome to the Anime Summit Podcast, bitches. My name is Sam, your favorite hoe, for show. And we have Mac.
Do not cry for him. Do not cry.
Sick reference, bro. And Nick.
Winter is coming, and so am I.
Ugh.
Game of Thrones Season 7, boys!
Okay,
Get
how do
hype.
we go? How do we go from the Grim
Get fucking
Adventures
hype.
of Billy and Mandy to freaking Game of Thrones? Fuck you, Nick.
Because Game of Thrones is a cultural phenomenon, and everyone needs to know. If you're not watching it,
Well, you know,
Literally,
put down every anime
well,
you're
to be
watching.
fair,
Watch Game
to
of
be
Thrones.
fair,
Get
to
hype.
be fair, my meat and two veg is a cultural sensation. So get the fuck off your high horse.
Nice one.
Yeah, there's a meat meme in Game of Thrones. Just
Nice
fine.
one.
Ramsay
I didn't
Bolton,
say
dude.
meme. I said meat.
So really
Holding up
quick,
a sausage. That's a meme.
So later in the show, we're going to do our Studio Ghibli. I think it's part 4? I don't remember.
Part X.
Part X.
X
We've
plus
lost
1.
count.
X plus 1.
Oh, yes.
We've
It is
lost count.
I was right. It was part 4. Okay. And then,
Wait,
and
it's
then
parkour?
it's parkour.
You gotta say it every time you
It's
jump.
park hour, dude. You're saying it wrong.
Park hour? It's park hour, man.
Really quick before we start, I want to say this because it's super important. I want to dedicate this episode to Chester Bennington, who is also a huge fan of anime, and
Oh, is that the Linkin Park guy?
Yeah, they were.
How did I not have that in the news? Holy crap!
He was a huge fan of anime. Everyone in that band was, and they kind of grew up. I kind of grew up listening to them. A lot of us in Minnesota, actually, like Nick too. Like we love Linkin Park, and
I mean, not just Minnesota, like everywhere.
I know, but
It's not a
like
Minnesota
just
thing,
like, but like everyone in like, I feel like everyone that we went to school with.
Everyone who's a millennial, who's older than like 20, knows about Linkin Park.
I just like I feel like the love for Linkin Park at our school in particular was just like.
If you don't know Linkin Park, you may be too young to be
not to
listening this
devalue
podcast.
anyone else's experience because they were definitely bigger fans of Linkin Park than I was, but
Yeah.
they're definitely one of the bands that helped me pick up a bass and guitar, and they were big fans of anime. So
They did Crawling
It
in My
helped-
Skin,
it
right?
helped him strum the bass.
also, like, let's be serious. A lot. If you haven't seen an AMV with a Linkin Park song on it by now,
then you haven't been trying.
You haven't been trying.
There's a lot of them.
You're not really. Get out of here,
Dude, that's like, that helped get me into it. All the Dragon Ball Z ones and like Kenshin
Right.
videos with Linkin Park songs. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was legit back in the day.
Yeah. Yep.
Early
In the breaking,
2000s.
Back in the day, they're still legit.
the Breaking the
No,
Habit
I'm saying
video.
the old videos.
Breaking the Habit video too is the anime video.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So yeah,
this one's for you,
pour
Chester.
one out.
And if
for
you're
another
feeling,
music legend who dies young, which is becoming the norm.
which
It always
is
was the norm, wasn't it?
just really
Don't-
sad. Yeah.
Doesn't every like famous musical person die young? Like
Yeah,
Beethoven, Mozart,
John Bonham. Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix.
I mean,
like, a
David
bunch of
Gilmour's
people.
still alive, so.
Well, I mean, you got a 1 in
David
2 chance
Gilmour
of
lived
living.
quite. David Gilmour's still living. David Bowie lived quite a while.
The Day the Music Died. There's that too. Richie Valens and Big Bopper. And
Prince died at like
Yeah.
55 or whatever. So yeah. Anyway,
so the dude's a vampire. He
save
looked
that
like he
for the
was
music
20.
podcast, boys.
Okay.
Anime.
Yeah, we all know that Nick hates music. But anyways, this one's for you, Chester.
No, this is
And,
relevant. This is relevant though.
And if you guys need help, please get help. And
Yeah, because it was apparently a suicide. So yeah,
Yeah.
suicide hotline. Look for it on Reddit. It's everywhere. So
or talk to one of us three because we will listen to you.
There is always somebody to help.
Yeah.
Always.
So now we will go to Nick with the new.
All right, boys. Couple of quick ones. Did we mention
quick
George
ones.
Romero earlier?
No, actually, this
Another
one's
death.
dedicated to him too, George
Luckily
Romero.
for him, he lived till 77, so that's a reasonable age. Like,
Yeah.
you know, he made a mark. He's a famous director who made Night of the Living Dead, I believe. He really like
Bunch of Living
popularized
Deads.
zombies in our culture, like as far as movies go. So, yeah, R.I.P. George A. Romero. I mean, yeah, any anime with zombies in it is paying homage to some of his stuff in some way or form.
Pretty much.
So yeah. What else we got after that? So some more positive news. Kemono Friends season 2 is announced.
Shut
I know
up.
you guys love that show. It's actually a legit good show. Like
This
you
is
guys
only
check it
on the
out.
news because Nick's in charge of the news.
Hey, they made that show with no budget. Here's a big one though. Keijo is gonna be a real sport from last
Awesome.
fall. The booty bumping, titty bouncing anime is gonna be real. I have worries that they won't be able to perfect the advanced techniques, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know. I think this should just stick to anime. Like, why does it have to be a real thing? Come on.
Sure, you cans, man.
Yeah, sure you can.
Sure
Vacuum
you
butt
can.
cannon. You know,
You can see there's actually
Whole shebang.
on this article. We'll link it in the show notes. But in this article, there are pictures from Portugal of 2 girls trying it, and they're wearing like hip pads and boob pads.
Yeah,
Like,
see,
yeah.
that's not cool. That's not cool. You got to do it in skimpy outfits with your
Keijo,
clothes
Portugal.
getting almost ripped off, nips poking out a little bit. How are you going to do the nipple, the nipple twister
Sure
stabbing
you
techniques,
can.
my
I mean,
God.
anyway, Keijo's going to be a real sport. So, okay, some real shit. Crunchyroll, some Crunchyroll news. Here we go. It's going to end of the news after this. Crunchyroll adds Eureka 7, Catherine Sins, Soul Eater. I think we mentioned that already. Fuck, that was from last week. Cut that part out, Mac.
No, I'm gonna leave it in.
No. Okay. Here
No,
we go.
no,
Crunchyroll
I'm gonna leave
adds
it in. I'm gonna
Haibane
leave it in.
Renmei, I believe Code Geass and other anime. I don't have it on the notes, but they added Haibane Renmei and Code Geass. So if you haven't seen those, like, check them out. Code Geass is a pillar of like modern anime. It's very fun. It's a water cooler type show. Jumps the shark a million times. It's crazy, all over the place. Haibane Renmei is just a piece of art. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. And hey, maybe if maybe some of these musicians should have watched Haibane Renmei to help themselves out a bit. I don't know if that would help them, but it's one of those shows that could it could help you out in a dark time.
It's definitely a reaching out show, which I appreciate. I think it's
it's one of the
I
best
got-
anime of all time. Like, I'm just gonna leave that there. But
Wait. I got a piece of news. I got a piece of ass. So, it was recently revealed that the next Doctor in Doctor Who is going to be a female.
Oh, let's not do this.
oh, don't you mean what's that Doctor
No,
Nurse
I'm
show,
just
Mac?
it's a piece of news. The next Doctor will be a female. So the Master being Missy being a female was apparently a bit of a precursor to this. I don't exactly know what to think about it, but we'll see how things go. And that's my piece of news.
All right, so Doctor Nurse news, or no,
Dr.
Nurse Who. I said the joke wrong. Fuck.
You're saying that like men. There aren't men nurses. There's
No,
tons
Mac
of
told
men nurses.
Mac told me the joke, and I thought it was funny.
Yeah,
I was like, "What's
the
this
British
Nurse
guy,
Who show?"
The day that it got released, the British guy at work walked up to me and he was like, "Hey, you hear about this new show on the BBC? They're calling it Nurse Who."
Yeah.
He lost my shit. Oh my god.
Well, I think it's great. But
Yeah. Anyway, back to anime.
I don't
for
know
fuck's
if it's
if
great or not yet. We'll see how the actress.
Yeah,
plays
if
the
it's
role.
good, it's good. As long as it's not like the Lady Ghostbusters where it was like shitty, then it's fine. Like, I don't care. Anyway, Crunchyroll and Twitch TV.
She's
Last
an
piece of
actress,
news:
so.
Crunchyroll Twitch TV partnership. They're going to be streaming more than, I think it said 19 different anime shows. There's a list. We'll post it in the show notes. This is actually really cool. Twitch did they did the first episode of Welcome to the Ballroom, and I believe a few other anime as well. I mean, we all know about them from the Bob Ross paintings and the Mr. Rogers.
Hello,
Twitch just streams
I'm
like
Bob
random
Ross.
TV shows, and it's great. Like, I like that there's like
Make
free
sure you've
methods
got
of
your
seeing
titanium white.
stuff. Yeah, titanium white.
Titanium white.
I love that meme. Yeah. The great part about Twitch, watching anime on Twitch, like it's gonna be crazy. You have to have that chat open if you're watching anything. Just let the kappas flow.
Hopefully, it doesn't turn into what the typical YouTube live stream chat is. Jesus Christ.
Oh, it'll be worse. It'll be way worse because it's
All
Twitch,
it is
dude.
freaking Pepe memes.
Yeah.
fucking Bob
all
Ross
it
on-
is.
Bob Ross on Twitch has turned into like this big fucking meme, and it's like, man, I've seen every damn nearly every episode of that show. And I love Bob Ross, and people are tripping. They're like, memes,
No,
internet,
people
Bob Ross.
unironically like him some, but they make memes out of it because it's Twitch.
I don't care. I love Bob Ross for real. And
Yeah,
people
so
are
do they.
tripping.
So do we. We all like him.
No, I
Like,
fucking don't.
Now you're just gonna take some of your cerulean blue and let's just slap that on the canvas here.
You
Just
tell
really
anybody
gentle,
that bush
across
is
the
there.
canvas.
okay. Anyway, we're done with the
Let's
news.
just put a happy
So
little
yeah,
tree right here.
let's move on, boys. Waifu of the week. We got a fucking lot to talk about. So I'm just gonna go with Lynn from Spirited Away. Is that cool with you guys? Like,
I have no
it's
problems with this.
relevant to the
Nope.
topic at hand. Lynn
Oh,
is
wait,
the
wait.
only adult character. We can't really.
I have no
We could
strong
pick G-Ro,
feelings
but-
one way or the other.
No, that's fine.
And
All right,
besides,
so yeah, Lynn from
Koka's not
Spirited
here,
Away,
so we can't pick a
badass
loli.
female character. Dude, let me just tell you this: she could wash my laundry, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway,
You know what I'm saying?
Susan
Fucking
Egan
Nick.
did a
You
great
could just say like
voice for Egan.
anything. You just say anything, and Nick in the corner will
No,
be
I'm
like,
saying.
"Dude, that's what I'm saying."
Oh man! And an
Just
honorary waifu mention to I was at a bachelor party this past weekend, and there's a stripper with a Full Metal Alchemist tattoo. So
Oh, did you?
honorary mention to the Full Metal Alchemist stripper.
But did she have nice cans?
Yeah, they were sure you cans, dude. It's great.
Sure, you can.
Hey
Jesus
Ryu,
Christ,
can I
that
borrow
never
your
gets old.
lawnmower? Sure, you can.
All right, we're getting real bad.
I knew Mac would
yeah.
laugh at that so hard.
I think it was weird. I think she had like a Street Fighter type clothing, like the green, or maybe it was Mortal Kombat. It was like a green, like Borat type thong that she was wearing or whatever. It was pretty cool. Anyway, yeah. So honorary mention. Let's move on to the real topic. Ghibli,
All right.
Giblets.
So
1999 to 2002 era.
just like before we do this in release order, and we've all taken a piece to summarize and talk about. So Nick, go ahead.
Oh shit, I'm the first one. Fuck.
Excuse me.
Literally not
I
prepared.
like how he burped in the middle of that.
I'm sorry.
Nick, go ahead.
Girl had too much to eat today. Shut up. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so we're going to be doing the three movies, My Neighbors the Yamadas, Spirited Away, and The Cat Returns.
The
So we're
Smokey
starting
Returns.
with, chronologically, My Neighbors
The
the
movie
Yamadas,
game.
1999. This was directed by Sao
Takahata.
Takahata, and you can tell because it's not like the crazy high Ghibli budget. Most of the Takahata movies are like a little bit less grandiose. So anyway, My Neighbors the Yamadas. This was it's a simple little movie. I'm just gonna read off the Mal subscription or description here really quick. It's you join the adventures of the quirky Yamada family, from the hilarious to the touching, brilliantly presented in a. Okay, fuck this Mal description. I can't even read it. It's like not that well written. Okay, so the Yamadas are like this semi-functional, semi-dysfunctional family. They got the quippy, sharp-tongued grandmother. They got the grumbling father figure. They got the boy. They got the girl. They got the mildly incompetent housewife. And so My Neighbors the Yamadas, it's really just a series of little vignettes, little short stories that shows the life of the family. And it all kind of culminates at the end with the theme of Kei Sara, where he's singing at the end. He's like, whatever will be, will be. That's pretty much the theme of the movie. Like, what are you guys' like quick thoughts on this so far before I go into any kind of a rant?
You know what? I mean, you could tell it was. I mean, most Ghibli movies are kids' movies, but this almost seemed like something you kind of would watch, like on Nick Jr. in the morning, or you know what I mean, like. And I wasn't really into it, but I mean, I think it's a cool movie still. I don't know. I was just not that into it, and this was my first time watching it. You know,
Anything specifically like? So how should we start? How should we go about this? Like, specifically, what do you like and dislike about it?
I actually really like the art style. I think it's really.
Oh, you
fun.
did. Actually,
Yeah.
Sam, this looks like your art.
Yeah.
There's like because Sam, you never draw fucking backgrounds, and that bothers me. But like, that's your style. That's cool. But it's just like this movie has like no background.
It's like really simplistic. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
The thing I
actually, you're in the animation credits. Holy shit.
And just because I dislike this doesn't mean it didn't do it well. It's just that the kind of typical family, you know, the theme for their love for one another despite their flaws, and their desire to be the best parents for their children and things like that. It's just like a family kid movie. You know what I mean? Like it's just kind of, it's like typical. You know what I mean? Like I would rather watch, you know, a Don Bluth film or something. You know what I mean? Like I just wasn't that into it. It was just kind of your typical kid family friendly film like that in that sense, you know. But I do like that it's different, like style wise, than like the rest of the Ghibli movies. But
yeah, it's way different. It's like the opposite.
And I like that it was. I did like that it was a series of shorts. Like it was like 3 different ones, right, or 4 different ones.
What was your favorite short?
I think it's called. They call it.
You don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to know the name. Just
Father as a Role Model, or whatever. The first one. I like the first one.
So yeah, I rewatched the end of it. Like, what was the first one again? The first. What happened in that first one? Just like remind me here, because
fucking. This is not the one.
See, this movie is kind of hard to describe because there's like so many different little stories in it. It's just like it almost feels like a Saturday morning cartoon, like you were saying. Like it's
like multiple episodes piled into one.
It's a bunch of episodes.
It's like somebody just combined all of these shorts and put it into a movie.
Yeah.
It's like it kind of does that whole thing where it's like
I liked any of them that had the grandmother.
Let's have just like a 3-minute little random insert short, you know, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to get into specifics.
They're kind of all glued together. I mean, what's to be specific about? It's a kids thing. It's like comic art style. Almost.
We don't have to spend a lot of time on it. Just so okay.
Like
I'm trying to find the voice actress for the grandmother. Like,
I mean, you're wanting us to be specific about this.
Trace McNeil. Like, she did a great job.
It almost gets kind of facetious if you go specific about this. I mean, there's not a lot to dissect. There's not a lot to look at.
The daughter is narrating it, you know, and then it goes into the scene of what's Takahashi. Matsuko and Takahashi. They're making a wedding speech, and then the voiceover becomes like the wedding speech.
That's the end of the movie. Yes, the wedding speech really is kind of a summary of the themes of the movie. At the end of it, he says something to the effect of, he says like, whatever your partner does, if it wasn't intentional, then you have to bear it, and you must bear it through life, and however tough life gets, it can't be helped. And he goes on to describe the Japanese phrase, it can't be helped. And that's kind of what they were going after in this movie. Like, this family is, you know, one of the first ones is they forget the daughter at a mall. And, like, they're just trying to find her, and then she, like, befriends another boy. And it's just, like, they're all so mediocre. Like, every single person in the family. And they're all pretty heavily flawed, but at the same time, they manage to get through. They manage to keep going and be happy, and that's really, I think, the main idea of the film is that, and it has like these little like moral lessons in it. Like the grandmother, when she's in one of the shorts, she's teaching kids about honesty, and then she gives them an extra. She's like, "Which ball is yours? This old rubber ball or this baseball, shiny and new?" And then they say it's the rubber ball. She's like, "Honesty is the best policy. Take both." And then 2 other kids walk by and they're like, "Hey, have you seen a baseball?" And she's like, "Haven't seen it." And it was, you know, stuff like that that's pretty funny. Like, this movie has a couple of humorous moments like that. But yeah, it's really light. There's no real villains or big big dangers or much of a plot, really. It's slice of life. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I was watching kid stuff, I'd rather watch Billy and Mandy, just so I can hear Billy go, "Destroy us all! Destroy us all!" And hear him talk about 10 jellos and his fear of clowns.
I haven't seen that show in a long ass time.
I just like how Grimm is like Caribbean. Anyway,
He is just randomly Caribbean.
he's like Jamaican or something. Like, hey man. Anyways, I do really like the ink wash watercolor look too, I should say.
I like the
But-
ending thing where they were like flying on umbrellas, singing the song.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the typical Takahata where every character is like floating through the scenery. Like all of his movies end with that.
But I think kind of Nick kind of hit the nail on the head. It just kind of is not really one on the Ghibli catalog that you need to watch. Like, it's, I don't know. You know, it's...
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a handful of Ghibli films that everybody should watch, but this one is like, you know, if you got some extra time, throw it on. It's got a pretty good dub. It's actually kind of easy to get through.
If you've got some extra time, just go ahead and put on My Neighbor Totoro.
Yeah, but if you want something lighter than that, that's the thing. This movie is really light. It's definitely the lightest, fluffiest Ghibli movie that I've seen so far. Like, you're not going to cry.
If you're bored and you want to watch something light, watch My Neighbor Totoro.
Totoro's
Cat
not
Bus.
that light though, because
Cat Bus.
Totoro is like very like heavily themed. Like
It's about as light as you can go without having the Tanikuchis. Just saying.
No, I'm saying like if you want a movie that's not going to make you cry, and it'll make you chuckle a little bit, the Yamadas is a good choice. But
No, man, you gotta go ham. You gotta watch Grave of the Fireflies. Go ham.
If you don't
want to watch
feel
something
anything,
light and easy going, I'm gonna go watch Grave of the Fireflies.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, God. Fuck that movie.
But anyway,
Dude,
yeah, I mean, My
it's so
Neighbors the
good.
Yamadas, it's okay. Like, it's one of the weaker Ghibli films. It's not bad. It's just, you know, it's
not bad, but at the same time, it's not really good. It's not really anything.
It's just kind of
it's just
kind of
there.
It's fine.
It's just there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
I would
Here,
still recommend
take it.
people watch it for completion's sake, but yeah.
Well,
No, I
you're
mean,
a completionist,
We're underselling
so
it. It's like a
Mr.
solid 5.
Mr.
Solid
Mr.
5 or a light 6 out of 10.
Mr. No Drop Club over here.
Yeah, I dropped a lot of stuff. Anyway, let's move on, guys. Let's move on to the whole reason we're doing this episode, Spirited Away. Who's doing that one?
Well, the whole reason we're doing these is because Studio Ghibli. But yeah,
because let's be honest, out of these 3 films, Spirited Away crushes the other 2. Like, it's like light years ahead of the others.
Spirited Away was 2001, and it was directed and screenwritten by Hayao Miyazaki and produced by Toshio Suzuki, with music done by Joe Hisaishi, who always does fucking awesome. Like he did Porco Rosso, Castle in the Sky, My Neighbor Totoro, Kiki's Delivery Service. Anyway, Spirited Away is kind of like a really weird movie. It's like so much stuff happens in it, but basically it is about this girl named Chihiro. She's in a car with her parents. They're moving to their new house, and her dad gets lost, and they unknowingly enter a spirit world, and they find this entrance to this bathhouse, and they get out the car because, you know, they're looking around to see where they fucking are, and a boy named Haku tells Chihiro to like turn back the way you came, you know. Like, you don't want to be here. And she's like, oh, shit. So she goes to find her parents, and she discovers that they've turned into pigs. And they're eating, like, their stuff in their faces like pigs. And she discovers that it's too late. She's unable to, like, go back and leave the spirit world. So she kind of just has to fucking figure out what's going on and do what she's supposed to do. So she goes into the bathhouse, and she meets Kamaji, the spider yokai, and she meets Yubaba, who runs the bathhouse, and she gives Chihiro a contract to work for her, and the contract is she takes her name and renames her Sen. And while she like is working there, she visits her parents in the pig pen. She finds a goodbye card addressed to Chihiro and realizes that she has already forgotten her name. Like, she didn't know that was her name. And then Haku finds her again and says, you know, Yubaba controls people by taking their names. and that if she forgets her name, like he's forgotten his, she won't be able to leave the spirit world. So while working her new job, she invites a silent masked creature named No Face inside, and thinking she's a customer. And then a stink spirit, quote unquote stink spirit, arrives as her first customer, and she's figures out that the spirit is the spirit of a polluted river, and by thanking her for cleaning him, he gives him a dumpling, and then No Face tries to tempt a worker with gold, and then he swallows the worker, and then No Face wants to keep eating and eating, and the workers are trying to, like, you know, he's like throwing out gold, right? So the workers are all like, "Oh, tip me," and he swallows 2 more workers who are like really greedy, and it becomes this big thing, and there's, what do you call it? A paper shikigami. There's a paper shikigami, or a ghost, a paper ghost attacking a dragon, and then that's Sen realizes that Haku is the dragon, and Yubaba's twin sister Zeniba tells Sen that Haku has stolen a golden seal from her and warns Sen that it carries a deadly curse.
So here's my question real quick. What exactly, why did he steal the seal? Did she like order him to take it? Or what was it? Was the seal something to help him find his name?
I think that's why he took it. Yeah.
Cuz I'm a little bit fuzzy on that, but I'll just assume that for now. Yeah. It's a relatively, I don't want to say minor, but it's not the main plot point. So anyway.
No. But then they run, you know, because Haku's injured. He crashes into Yubaba's like living area or whatever where she lives.
Yeah, they run away, and then she runs. While they're running away, she finds No Face and feeds him the dumpling, and then he starts vomiting everything out.
Yep. The dumpling is like, I don't know. It causes him to throw up everything. And then and it actually, he doesn't do it all at once. He kind of is steadily doing it, like as he's going.
He's as he's walking out. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's vomiting all the people he's eaten too. So then Sen and No Face go to see Zeniba, and Yubaba orders that Sen's parents be slaughtered, and Haku somehow negotiates freedom for Sen and her parents if he can retrieve Bo, which is freaking
that's the giant baby, right?
The giant baby. Yeah, it's
yeah, who
baby.
lived with Yubaba. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's
a lot of stuff in this movie.
There is.
It's a long movie too. It's like over 2 hours. 2 hours 5 minutes, yeah.
It is. Then you kind of discover that Sen loves Haku. And that her love for him broke Zeniba's curse. And Yubaba used a black slug to control Haku. And then Haku turns back into the dragon and flies Sen and Bo back to the bathhouse. And while they're flying, Sen kind of has a memory of falling into a river and then being washed to shore. And that's when she discovers that Haku is the spirit of the Kohaku River. The river she falls into. That's why he's named Haku. Haku. Get it? Anyway. They get to the bathhouse. And Yubaba tells Sen, okay, well, show me which one your parents is so I can turn him back into normal. She tells her that none of those pigs are her parents. And her contract gets destroyed and her real name is given back to her. And then she's able to, the bridge appears again over the river and she's able to go back and she sees her parents by the car. and they don't remember shit. They don't know what happened, and they just they drive away. That's like the best I could summarize it without I would have been talking for another 20 minutes.
That was like a in-depth summary. Yeah,
that went a little too long.
I'm sure there's faster
sorry.
ways to do it. This movie's hard to summarize, though, to be fair. I mean, yeah, she's whisked away. She has to find her name and find her parents and, break the seal and all that. So, yeah. Spirited Away, Mac. Any thoughts on this since you've been quiet?
It was very different. Yeah, different.
Wait, have you not seen Spirited Away before this?
I've not.
Holy shit.
I hadn't seen a single Ghibli movie before this.
Oh my god, dude. I mean, not even Spirited Away. Like, that's the most popular one.
No, never really
Dude, you're
got to it.
tripping.
We're breaking your cherry, Mac. We're popping it.
Put it in my ass.
Put it in my ass.
Yes.
I love this movie. It's visually stunning.
Oh yeah, it's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Of animation.
It's there's so much inspiration behind it. The English adaptation was done by both Walt Disney, it was done by Walt Disney, but both Walt Disney and DreamWorks put in the bid to do the dub.
Yeah, it's a good dub. The dub's great. They used a real kid to do the girl. Thank
Yeah.
God.
Thank God.
Chihiro's she's 10 or 12 or something. So
Yeah.
you can't fake that with an American deep voiced adult.
You can't fake
not gonna
that.
work. We're not Japanese. We can't do the kid voices as easily as they can.
But this movie won so many awards.
It was the first one. The first anime movie to be nominated and win an Academy Award
for a Best Animated Feature. Yeah.
And I mean, part of that's not really fair because there's a lot of great anime movies that deserve more recognition by Hollywood, but for various reasons they haven't gotten it. I mean, political reasons and other bullshit. But
lots of bullshit.
Spirited Away definitely deserves the awards it got.
Yeah. It's Tokyo Anime Award, Berlin International Film Festival, Japan Academy Award, 8th Critics' Choice Awards, 29th Saturn Awards. It's got a ton. You should just go to the wiki page and see all. There's so many. There's a lot of Lewis Carroll-esque things in it. Alice in Wonderland, Wizard of Oz stuff that helped inspired it. DeVay Chase did a great job as Sen's voice in the English.
Yeah, she was a kid when she did it. Yep.
Yeah. She's an actor. Tara Strong did the baby, which is hilarious. Bo, the baby.
So I mean, yeah, the voice acting was good. But I want to move a little bit to the animation really quick. I really liked how you could tell where everything was placed in the world of the bathhouse, the train. All of everything around the setting was mapped. And there's a good video that Digibro made. We can link it. I know you guys are salty about it, but he made a good video about it, about how Spirited Away's setting is very easy to recognize. He goes through the video and he explains where everything is in relation to everything else. And that's how you have a good setting. Because, for example, in My Neighbor the Yamadas that we talked about, you couldn't really tell where anything was. It was just kind of up in the air, right? But Spirited Away, everything is really weighted and where it should be and everything. So it adds a lot to the movie.
It adds a lot to the environment for sure. Especially where the train is connecting to the bathhouse to the to see Zaniba and things like that.
Yeah, and it's just really satisfying knowing where stuff is. That's why books have those maps in them. If you read fantasy books, Lord of the Rings and all that, there's the map in the book and you can kind of track where they're going and stuff. And that's Spirited Away is similar in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not similar exactly, but it's close to that. So that's one thing I really liked about it. And
there's a lot of important themes. That make this movie really important to.
Everything
like
about this movie was so fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mac. What did you like?
It was.
What did you like the most?
It was a bit weird, but it was really good. I mean, you just got to go into it. You just got to give it a chance. And sure enough, Studio Ghibli, you did it. Hayao Miyazaki, you did it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you seriously asking me what thing I like most about this movie? I just can't say Spirited Away.
Well, I mean, what do you want to highlight? What do you want to talk about it? I mean,
well, shit, somebody already stole the fucking animation. Fucking dickwads.
Hey, there's more to talk about.
You can talk about everything. The fucking music, the everything. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Like, really.
I really like the
you
theme.
cannot take this movie and make it any better than what it already is. Simple as that.
I think I can kind of get behind that statement a little bit.
Yeah.
There's an overarching theme of a blurred line between good and evil.
Yeah, there's a lot of themes going on.
There's that. I'm just saying that's my favorite theme.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, you're absolutely right. There's a ton of themes.
I was supporting you.
yeah. Sorry. No, you're
I think
absolutely
my tone
right.
of voice is a little off. But.
There's a ton of themes though that are really good, but this is just my favorite one because there's not really a clear. There's actually not really a clear antagonist, which kind of brings a certain realness to even these
Yubaba's
characters.
like borderline, but
right. Which kind of brings a certain realness to like these characters a little bit, given how ridiculous they look.
There's not a character antagonist, but there's the antagonist is really the self. So like fighting against yourself. Like each character is fighting themselves, and like you were saying, like the line "good versus evil." There's also the I found a cool video we can link about it. It talks about the themes of consumption and identity, and it's really apparent when you look at No Face. He's the black, spirit-looking creature
with a mask.
If you've been on the internet, you've seen the meme of No Face getting swallowed in the ocean, and it says like feels. You guys remember? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's No Face. So he's or whatever it is consuming all this stuff. It just has like this huge appetite, but it's actually taking away from its identity by doing that because Miyazaki, he was kind of inspired to make this movie in part because he saw like one of his friend's children was distant from her parents. She wasn't really connected to them. And also on top of that, the idea of like consumerism in the 20th century was really ramping up. Like before that, in the in the 1800s, early 1900s, and all that, there wasn't as much consumerism, so you weren't all enveloped and self-absorbed and just trying to find out who you were and all that. And that's kind of what Spirited Away is trying to tackle a little bit, because all the characters have to figure out who they are and like where they stand and all that. And, you can see the characters who are being greedy and consuming everything, trying to take all the gold, trying to eat all the food. They're losing themselves,
Yeah,
and
the
then,
theme of greed is real in this movie, too, yeah.
Yeah, and if you're able to, like, let go and let go of all the objects and materialism and everything, you can become more self-reliant and less helpless, and that's kind of what Chihiro started out. She was pretty helpless and distant and all that, and then as the movie went on, she grew and she had a lot more agency at the end, and it was like I like her last line. She's like, "Nah, I'm okay." Like the end of it when her parents asked her.
She almost kind of discovered something in herself that she didn't know she even had. She was just like,
yeah,
and she's better off for it. She's like, holy shit,
But they don't overdo it. It's not melodramatic.
Oh, no, yeah, they don't make it
just the right amount.
They don't throw it in your face. It's just kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like a lot of
legit
TV anime and a lot of stuff just falls into the melodrama, and this one doesn't.
Friends are my power.
Zooms in on their face a million times. But remember that flashback.
Right.
Not a fucking flashback.
Fucking flashback. But yeah, when that when she remembers that Haku is, or realizes that Haku is the river of the spirit, or the spirit of the river that she fell into, is like, and that he basically was the one who washed her to shore and saved her life. It was just like, oh shit. And it was just kind of like, it was kind of a feelsy. That's like a nice feelsy moment.
Yeah, and Chihiro and No Face on the train, like, just like a beautiful scene. You know, they're driving past all these shrouded figures who are, I don't know what exactly that represents. I'm sure, it represented a lot of things, but to me, it felt like they were kind of lost. Like, you saw, like, when the train was driving past one of the stations, there was a girl just by herself who kind of reminded me of Chihiro. There's just like a silhouette of a girl standing alone or whatever. Maybe she was waiting for someone, maybe not. But like Chihiro, like she's going to her destination, just doing something, and it was just like it was a lot of showing, not telling. We say that all the time, but Spirited Away doesn't shove all that in your face. It's not exposition. It's not like Recreators, where it's like, I'm going to tell you every little thing. Or Fate or whatever, but I'm not trying to get into other shows here, but it's just it's just really well made. I want to watch it again. Like, I watched it this week. I need to watch it again now.
I should watch it again.
The TLDR of all of this is there's 2 check boxes. Have you watched it? Yes or no? If yes, watch it again. If no, watch it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you know the movie's really good. If you finish it and you want to immediately rewatch it, like this, and like for me, Angel's Egg, completely weird example, but like if you want to rewatch it instantly, that means there's something more to it. There's a lot going on.
Oh yeah, I guarantee your second and third watches, you'll be like, oh, I didn't see that before. You know.
And on top of that, like you can read and watch videos of other people analyzing it and learn even more on top of that, and that's fun. That's another fun thing to do. Like, when something has this much detail and themes in it, then that just makes it that much more fun and deep, and better.
Yep. I think that's Nick said it best. I think we should move on now to.
That's why Game of Thrones is a great show.
That's why we can't.
Oh,
I mean, Game of Thrones is like, there's a lot going on. So, anyway.
Let's move on to The Cat Returns, The Smoky Returns.
The Smoky Returns. I don't know. Is it really smoky? Because, I mean, the Baron is pretty classy. I don't know if Smoky can be that classy.
Nah, you're right.
Just saying.
Smokey's
I mean,
a ratchet-ass hoe.
Smokey is a ratchet-ass hoe.
That is like some high-class shit right there.
The Baron is the ultimate cat face.
Yep.
He has his own office.
Going into The Cat Returns. Of course, Studio Ghibli came out 2002. And it's not really that long of a Studio Ghibli movie. It's an hour and 15 minutes. So it's not near as much of a marathon as Spirited Away or some of the other ones are.
Mm-hmm. And this was directed by Hiroyuki Morita and screenwritten by Reiko Yoshida.
Yeah, and Morita,
Indubitably.
this is the first time he's done a Ghibli movie.
Yeah.
So
up till now, it's just been Takahata and what's his name? Who's that other guy?
Hayao Miyazaki. Well, someone else did Whispers of the Fart, but yeah.
I think that was Takahata. Anyway,
speaking of the Baron, you may realize the Baron, if you've been watching all of these with us, because he was used in, of course, Whisper of the Fart. You saw his little figurine there, but he kind of takes on more of a big role in this movie. So this movie starts out with our protagonist Haru. She's just your regular, high school girl, and of course she's kind of, struggling, doing her thing, can't wake up on time, and she's not really sure of herself. And then one day she's just walking down the street, and she's got this racket in her hand, and there's a cat crossing the road holding this little trinket thing in its mouth. And truck is heading right towards the cat, and the cat, of course, drops the little present. So he's trying to pick it back up, but the truck is going to hit him. So Haru jumps out and uses her little racket thing and shoves the cat out of the way and saves his life. And that's when things get weird. When the cat starts talking to her. The cat starts talking to her.
Meow.
And she
Meow.
she doesn't know what to think of at first, of course. I mean, who would know what to think if a cat started talking to you? But cat starts talking to her, and long story short, he is the Prince of Cats, and so the king wants to reward her for saving the prince, and she gets showered in gifts from the king, and they're not really very convenient gifts. They're just cat things everywhere. Cat tails start growing outside of her house, and there's rackets everywhere, and it's cat things, you know.
Basically,
So-
my dream. Basically.
Yes. So she hears a voice in her head tells her to go to the cat bureau. Go to the cat bureau. So she goes to the cat bureau to get help. So she goes to the cat bureau to get help. Well, she has to find out where the cat bureau is.
The cat bureau.
The cat bureau. So she's told to look for a fat white cat. And of course, there's the fat white cat outside of a cafe. So after calling the cat fat, it decides to talk to her too and take her to the cat bureau, where she finally meets the Baron. And of course, this guy, he's got, swag up the ass, and he's just cool as shit. And he makes his own specialty. It's his own personal blend, but he cannot guarantee its flavor. And of course, it's really good. So, moving on from there, they decide to help her, but then all the Cat Kingdom people come in and sweep her away. So a chase ensues, and they get dragged into the Cat Kingdom. So, of course, the Baron and Fat Cat Muda and
Muda.
Fat Cat Muda, and
Muda,
there's
Muda,
a raven
Muda,
in there.
rocking
His name
everywhere.
is Toto. No, he did not do Africa. This is not that Toto.
Nice, dude.
So they go in to rescue her, and she sees a cat that she kind of is like, "Oh, this cat seems familiar." Big party starts. In the middle of the party, they bust in, try and save her. They run out. They have to get through this maze with this tower to get back to the human world because, surprise, surprise, Haru starts turning into a cat. And let me just say, the cat ears are kind of adorable with the way they drew them. So, back to the tower. They're going through the maze, all that shit. They're going up it. The king, has, for some reason, he has explosives planted in the tower and collapses the tower. And that's when they're running up the stairs and everything. Well, they're kind of sitting there at that point because they blew up the tower and it's sitting down, really low. So they don't really know what to do. And then the prince shows up and he's like, "Hey, this isn't right. I'm going to save you." And the prince does. And the prince is awesome and the Baron is awesome. Baron embarrasses the king, and all the fur on the king cat just kind of falls off, I guess, below the cat waistline. And he's like, "This is so embarrassing." And after that, Haru finally gets back to the cat world after some help from Toto as he sings Africa as ravens just come in droves to save her as she's falling down from the portal. And pretty much everything ends happily ever after, and everything ends happily ever after. God damn it, I did it again. Everything ends happily ever after, and Haru becomes more confident in herself throughout all of the experiences that she has just had. And everything is happy in the movie. And that is the world
Right
of
on.
cats.
The Cat Kingdom, the Cat Bureau.
This one was
The
pretty
cat-
straightforward.
It is.
Yeah, this
and
had more of a linear story. Yeah.
very linear story. Very linear story. But man, that name though, Baron Humbert von Gickingen. That is
So
a
awesome.
name right there. That is a name. It really is. Oh my
Humberto.
god.
We're gonna change Smokey's name.
To Baron Humbert von Gickingen.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, you know who
Give
did
him-
his
give him the
voice
top
though?
hat.
I didn't know this until way later, but Carrie Ewells did his voice.
Dude, Anne Hathaway did the main girl's voice.
By the way,
yeah.
I turned off
By
the
the
dub.
way,
I'm like, nope.
I watched
Watching
this
the sub.
dubbed. I watched this dub, by the way.
I couldn't.
It wasn't really that bad.
Yeah.
Well, this
I
was
just-
dubbed way late. This is one of the ones that was dubbed way later, right?
I know. I didn't like the dub.
Really?
I didn't
didn't.
mind the dub to it really,
Because-
especially the Baron's voice. Oh,
The Raven or whatever, like the mouth flaps didn't match that well. Even though it had the Elliot Gold, I fucking love that guy. He's on Ocean's 11, a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, like, fuck, I don't know. Something felt a little bit off on the dub for me, but
I didn't mind the dub. I thought it was acceptable for the movie. I really did.
I just don't like Anne Hathaway.
There was a couple of nice little slapstick kind of humorous scenes in the movie. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, where
I
they're
like
the
I like a
Raven
good
and
laugh.
the fat cat are arguing.
Yeah,
Remember
no,
that?
there's a lot of great voices though. There's Anne Hathaway, Carrie Ewell, Ellie Gold, Tim Curry, Judy Greer.
Oh
Andy
shit,
Richter.
Tim Curry, where's he?
He plays the Cat King.
Oh, the Cat King.
Yep, and Kristen Bell plays Hiromi.
You know, I think I stopped the dub before I got to the Cat King part.
Fucking Cat King, dude. Listen, if you love cats, legit.
Like it's not even if you love cats. Like this is just kind of one of those movies. It's not too long, and it's very easy just to sit back and watch it, and you'll have a smile on your face. It's a very very fun movie to watch.
Fucking smoky and shit, dude.
But you know what? The biggest thing is if you watch the dub, and you should watch the dub. But just now, while looking up who did the voice for the Baron, I now realize why I like the Baron so much.
Yep.
Because it's done by Carrie Elwes,
I just
who was
said
in The
that.
Princess Bride.
I just said that.
Oh shit. Nice find, Mac.
God,
Sam,
yeah, I know.
Sam
fucking
does not get credit for this.
because
I was too
I'm-
busy Googling it, not listening to what Sam was saying.
I fucking said that, dude.
Where's the
I mean,
where's the
I
Baron?
didn't
Oh, here it is.
make the connection between him and the Princess Bride though. Like it didn't click for me until I was like, "Oh, the Princess Bride."
He's
Oh,
also in
he-
Saw.
He was in
I mean, who cares about Saw?
I care about. I like Saw.
Well, this guy was also in
Because it's damn
Porco
foot
Rosso. He's in Porco Rosso.
yeah, he's in Porco Rosso.
He's in Pork Chop Rosso.
He's in Pork
wow.
Chop.
Wait, was he
Rosso.
Wesley from Princess Bride?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
he's also
As
Robin
you
Hood
wish,
and Robin Hood
you
Men
know.
in Tights.
Oh, yeah, the meme with him just like smirking. Anyway. So yeah, I mean, what are like the themes of this movie? Like she's She's whisked away and she has
huge
to-
theme about this is that
it's like a worse Spirited
she's-
Away.
no,
It's
it's
a
not
Spirit
really.
Away with cats.
It's not.
It's not even a Spirited Away with cats.
I
The
know, I'm
whole
just
theme
kidding.
of this movie is that she is unsure about where she stands. She's unsure about things, and that sense of that being of unsure is what gets her into all of this trouble with the Cat Kingdom in the first place. Because she just could have said, "Oh no, I don't need any of your gifts. I'm not interested in marrying, the cat prince or anything. Because who wants to marry a cat?" Instead, she was just kind of like flaky and half-assed kind of responses, and that is what caused everything about this. So throughout this adventure, she learns, okay, I need to put my foot down. I need to be more decisive about things. And that is something that a lot of people really could learn from. Don't be so damn wishy-washy. Don't be so damn flaky,
Yeah, don't
Know
be a
what you wanna
fucking
do.
batch.
I'm gonna
Oh
batch slap
my
you.
God, Becky, look at her butt.
Oh my God, Mac, don't be such a batch.
I liked the ending sequence where she was dancing down the birds in the sky. She was like walking down them.
Oh yeah, this movie definitely is another like
staircase
visual.
of birds.
Yeah, yeah, I like that too. Actually, that's
For some reason, whenever you just brought that up right then, September from Earth, Wind, and Fire popped into my head. I mean, it just fits that scene perfectly.
sick reference, bro.
Just
All right. Jesus Christ.
it would be so good though.
Okay, well
This
let me
is
tell you
going
about
down
my
the-
favorite part of this movie.
It's the cat faces, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. One of these days we're going to
Jesus
play
Christ.
anime 20 questions. I'm not even going to need a question. I'll be like, is it Nadesco? You're like, fuck.
It's got a cat in it. Is the
I'm just
cat
going to read
turns.
you.
It's got a bear in it. Is it Kumamiko?
10 out of 10,
because Sam hates that show, even though he probably really likes it deep inside, and he's too afraid to
I'm
acknowledge it.
so
to
mad
us.
at that show.
No, you probably really love it. You're like, you know what? I can't even hate this show.
I do because of Bareface Johnson.
Yeah.
Machi abuse. Machi
The
abuse.
cat face returns. So, yeah. She's running away. She's trying to not get raped by the cat. And then she... I think I'm just not giving it enough credit.
No,
it didn't seem to have a lot going on compared to Spirited Away.
I mean, it definitely... Oh, well, yeah.
Few things do.
It definitely doesn't...
Well, yeah, it was a much simpler plot. There was
definitely-
as
it
was pretty
much
simple.
going on.
Yeah.
I think the problem is I'm so fucking jaded now. I'm just like, is it a masterpiece? Then it's, if not, it's a 3.
I mean,
4
I
out
would
of 10.
definitely rank this one higher than My Neighbors the Yamadas. Yamadas.
Yeah, that's
I'm
probably
having
fair.
problem
That's
with
fair.
my words tonight. I have forgotten how to English language. This is
Okay,
irritating me.
I mean, it's automatically 10 out of 10 for me because cat face.
All right.
I am not swayed.
Sam's
I am
unbiased
not s-
ratings. That's
I am
fine.
not
It's your rating. You
swayed
do
by
what
the
you want.
cat face. But honestly, this movie was pretty damn enjoyable. It was nice just to kick back and watch it. It was relaxing.
I definitely
And
think
that's
it's
what I
on the
needed.
watch side of things. Definitely watch side of things for sure.
Oh yeah, as I said, it's
I'd say
definitely
take it or leave
above. It's definitely above the My Neighbors the Yamadas.
Yeah, so
Definitely
like,
above that.
should we give like a brief rundown on our rankings so far? Or
Jesus
what do you-
Christ, I'm not going over every Ghibli movie right now.
We're
with
not going to
you
go.
guys.
No,
That
no, no.
would
We're
take
not going to go
forever.
over them. Just like quickly be like bam, 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 bam.
No,
you know?
because that requires planning. We have too many now. You do
All right.
realize we're up to
Well,
12
suffice to
and trying
say,
to sort those 12.
after rewatching it, I underrated Spirited Away earlier, and now I'm bumping it up. So it's going to be in my top 3 right now for sure.
Same.
And what else? Yeah, the other 2 are in the bottom 3.
Listen,
You know, I'd probably
Spirited Away is in my top
I'd
3. These other
probably,
2 in the
like,
bottom 3.
Honestly, I would probably put The Cat Returns closer to the middle, if not like.
wouldn't.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Middle is probably about right for that.
From what we've
movie.
seen so far, shit, where's the list?
cat returns is number 1.
That's fine. You can do whatever you,
You
want. son.
are okay. I'm sorry. I've got to tell you this, and I know it's gonna hurt, but you're fucking wrong.
Yeah, Smokey, you fucking dumbass.
Piece of shit, Smokey.
Yeah, that's why your name can't be Baron von Gerpingen.
Yeah, Smokey.
Yeah, we got these 2, Pompoko, Whisper of the Heart. Those are my bottom 4.
God, fuck off, dude.
I'm sorry, Sam.
my
I'm not a
God,
furry.
It has nothing to do with being a furry.
And then
like,
Spirited Away is in the top 3 for sure.
Wait, so
next to
so
Totoro and maybe Grave of the Fireflies.
so
Kiki's delivery
so
service is still up there for me.
Yeah,
So
that
are
one's
ta-
up there too. That's my
are
top
are
5.
Tanakuchis at the bottom for you, Nick?
They're not. They're not the way bottom. You know what?
The
Yeah,
Tanakuchis.
Whisper of the Heart. I'm gonna put Whisper of the Heart and The Cat Returns at the bottom, and I'm putting Yamada's just above them. You mad? You mad?
God, you're such a bitch.
See, this is
Yamada's
how
made
you
me
know
laugh at least
Nick
a couple
has
of times.
shit taste. The Cat Returns made me laugh.
Yeah,
It was an enjoyable.
I barely
little
remember
watch.
it.
Fucking Nick in the corner.
You know what, Nick? This is why we can't have nice things. You were the reason why we can't have nice things.
Hey, I'm not the one giving every movie with a furry a 10 out of 10.
Neither am I.
Sorry.
Dude,
Okay,
I'm fucking
okay.
kidding. Like,
I take that back.
No, you're not.
Sam and Nick, you guys are the reason we can't have nice things.
no,
It's the best thing ever.
I'm fucking kidding. Like, I have a
No, you're
disproportionate
fucking not.
love for
No, you're
Catface Johnson
fucking not.
and Raccoon Face.
See, he says
But-
that he's kidding right now, but he's
not
really
kidding.
not.
Yeah, that's like Sam saying Nadesco is not his favorite anime. Like,
No,
we
no, no,
know
no,
it
no.
is.
I know I
Don't
have a
lie,
disproportion-
Sam.
I know I have a disproportionate love for Catface Johnson, but it's definitely not
Or
better
raccoon
than,
nuts.
It's definitely not better
I did
than
like the balls. Yeah.
Or
It's
raccoon
definitely not
nuts.
better than Kiki's Delivery Service or like
Yeah. I mean,
you know
dude.
Princess Mononoke or Only
yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
I still put Only Yesterday higher than.
Sam just said it's definitely not better than Kiki's Delivery Service. It's actually a whole lot better than Kiki's Delivery Service.
No, it's not. Jesus.
Kiki's Delivery Service is probably
All right,
like
top 5, no particular order. We got Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, My Neighbor Totoro, Grave of the Fireflies. How many is that? And then like Delivery Service in there too. That's my top 5. Everything
Yeah, that
else,
sounds about right.
in no particular order, but
at least I can admit that I have a disproportional love for.
Yeah,
You know.
unlike Nick.
yeah, I have a disproportional hate for them. There.
I probably put Kiki. I probably do Spirited Away, Kiki. No, I probably put Mononoke.
Just don't order them. I mean, we all agree
I
that
agree
those
with
were-
that order. Like what you said is what I would say.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I wasn't even ordering them. I was going like downward.
Yeah, don't even
okay.
order them. Those are like the top. Those
we'll
are the-
order them at the end.
Those are the creme de la creme.
Yeah,
figure
I think
out.
we're gonna do it at the end for sure.
Hey, don't
But
worry.
Kiki's
Next week I'm gonna have a new bottom probably, or not next week. Next time.
Oh, next week is gonna be
A
terrible.
new bottom.
Tales of Earth Seaboard.
Or not next week, but next episode. Yeah.
I got a
Are you gonna-
40%.
Are you gonna
Rotten
put it in the
Tomatoes.
ass? Put it in the
I've
ass?
seen Tales from Mercy, and it's just.
I bet I'm. You know what? I have a sinking feeling that I might like it more than Whisper of the Heart and Cat Returns.
But guys, take me home, country roads.
Tales from Mercy's
don't like-
animation is tops though. Like it's super bad.
Dude, it's
like,
gonna be better
badass.
than. Can't lose. Anyway, we've been talking for quite a while.
Yeah. Sorry, let's wrap it up.
Oh,
Anyways-
don't worry. Thanks to you guys, I had to edit out like
Well, yeah, we'll
10
edit out about-
minutes.
Sorry,
10
yeah.
minutes
Sorry.
is fine.
Anyways,
We're about an
thanks
hour.
for listening to the Anime Summit podcast. Hope you're
Jesus,
watching the
there's a
Studio
bug on my
Ghibli
desk.
movies with
There's
us.
a bug on my desk.
And there's a bug on Nick's desk. Please leave
I'm
that
dead.
in. That's so fucking funny.
There actually
Please
was.
leave that in.
Holy shit!
Can we leave that
It
in?
like fell from the ceiling. Holy shit!
Can we leave that in?
Like box elder.
its lid staying in.
Oh my god, dude. It's so fucking funny.
Okay, so everybody, if you hate Nick's shit taste, just mail him a box of crickets or something,
There you
Oh,
go.
God. I'm okay.
or roaches.
There's like another fly flying around my computer screen now.
So what you need to do is you need to mail Nick like a box of insects, and then you need to mail Sam a box of lachanclas.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
And chocolates that he can't even wear, they have to be mismatched. So you
Oh
can
my-
only throw them. You can't
Dude,
wear
I don't
them.
even know where my like chanclas are right now.
And then you can just like send me cool shit. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll send you. I don't know. We'll send you. We'll send you an ever increasing size of anal plugs.
No, ever increasing
To train
in
yourself.
size. Let's see here.
You got to train.
No, just double-sided dildo. How about that?
There you go.
All right, now we're just getting. Okay, everyone, shut up. Okay.
And on
We've
that
been-
bombshell.
we've been on the
Spirited
Anime
Away
Podcast.
is a masterpiece. Everything
I've been
else
Sam,
from today was
Nick,
okay.
and Mac. If you're watching the Studio Ghibli movies with us, please go back and watch the other reviews we did on YouTube and our RSS feed. And bye.
Watch Game of Thrones. Watch Spirited Away.
Don't watch Game of
Bam. Do watch Game of Thrones. Holy sh!
Thrones. Show is garbage.
No, the show's great.
Tengelos. Tengelos. Tengelos.
Can't call it garbage. You haven't even seen it yet.